media gives us attention, we'll start getting sponsors as well.
How we get media involved? How do we get media involved? Like, ऐसे क्या करें जिससे coverage मिल जाए? Not just the factory riders, not just गिने चुने 4-5 लोग. Now we've been able to get 100 entries, which is the record number of entries this year in INRC. So, okay, 100 लोगों में अगर मीडिया आ भी रही है तो वो हाईलाइट कर रही है कितने राइडरों को, 4-5 फैक्ट्री राइडर्स गिने चुने वही. And where are the other 95 riders going? Again, it's a big question that we should be asking ourselves also at some point. Okay, why aren't they coming? Why aren't they able to reach out to us? Like I said, it won't be right to blame it entirely on the organizing, entirely on the federation. Because when you try to be on the other side of the table, I mean, when you try to be on the organizing side, I have been there actually. I have been a part of a lot of events also, like from the organizing team. So it's not difficult. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy at all to organize an event, to find a route, to maintain the standards, to get the safety thing on dot. All these things, they go through a hard time before they're able to organize one proper event. Yes, there are a lot of things that can be done from the federations, like I said, major changes, major thing for that. They should allow fresh minds to come there. They should allow younger generation to take over, younger generation to at least, if not take over would be a wrong statement because these guys get offended very, very easily. I should say at least allowed to share their thoughts, allowed to share their, inputs on how things are going, because we are the ones who are practically, being there and racing and witnessing things firsthand. Then those somebody is sitting in somewhere and they're saying no ऐसा हुआ था वैसा हुआ था आपको ऐसा करना चाहिए था. No, हम लोग जा रहे हैं, we are the part of it. We should be given a chance to be there.
Absolutely. So I'd just like to know about, since 15 years of racing, about your best race that you would like to, that you will definitely remember always.
There are a lot of races that I remember. If you have to talk about my best race, might have to wait a little because the best race of me is yet to come. I personally feel I have not had the best race of my life. But definitely a lot of beautiful memories that I've had with a lot of races. Winning the races at the last stage, battling it out till the finish, till the final corner, and definitely gives a feeling, a big feeling, and a great feeling of achievement and all. But there are a lot more things that I have planned for myself that I look up to. So the best race is yet to come.
That's nice. That means you're still trying to learn and be better and be the best out there. That's amazing. Hats off to you. And when there's best, there's always the worst. So which one would you remember as your worst race?
I have had a couple of worst races, couple of silly races, silly crashes, major crashes. Let me tell you, it's falling in rallies is I mean, can be very, very bad, very dangerous because you're doing a lot of high speeds and off-road terrain. And I remember crashing in 2015 in one of the recce's of the K1000 rally on an Apache, which was very, very embarrassing for me to go and crash in a recce, because recce is something that you do to see the route, set things up, set the bike, and you're not supposed to overdo things. At least for me, I never overdo things on a rally. And I remember overshooting one of the corners in the recce and hitting a tree directly, head on. And I just flew from the bike and landed on my back. And I remember my breath was locked for some time. I could not breathe. Luckily there were people around who came up to me, removed my helmet, and helped me out with water. And I still remember that as a very stupid crash in my life. And talking about another one, back in 2007 or 8, I mean, I think it was 8, when I tore my ligament. in one of the autocrosses. Again, there were 3, 4 bikes involved in that crash, and one of the bikes I remember, flying and coming and directly landing on my knee, which was devastating. I kind of blacked out after that crash, and yeah, the next thing that I realized was my knee is broken, and I had to live with that for many years. Things really changed for me after that crash because it was really hard for me to get back on track after that. So these are the two crashes that I can remember.
This actually proves the need for proper safety gear. Even if you're just going for a simple trail ride a weekend, you still need gear. Because off-road is, if you're just trying to push yourself and just even trying to learn something new, some basics things, you will crash. In off-roads, if you're not crashing, if you're not falling, you're not learning. That's what I do. Crashing is a different thing, but yeah, if you're not falling, you're not learning. And to save everything on your body during that fall is very, very important. That's why I always focus a lot on gear.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's a great thing that you think that way because not many riders take it up that way. They when they're practicing, when they're even doing whatnot, even on a trail ride. Uh, Let me tell you, things can go wrong anytime. Even when you're, just riding for fun, just taking a warm up lap, anytime. I have seen things going wrong within a split second. So it's very, very important to have right set of riding gears and protect yourselves all time. So things you can mess it up very, very easily.
For people to join racing, like we discussed, expenditure is very high. There's a lack of sponsors. There are a lack of people who are willing to pay you money to race. There's no one actually, except for those teams. What do you think we can do to motivate more people to get into racing? We as
I think it,
riders.
I think as riders, it's each one's responsibility to go out there, mention about it. Set an example for the ones who are really looking up to you, who are really interested to come into racing. एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बना के दीजिए जहाँ पे वो लोग इंटरेस्टेड हो आने के लिए या इसके बारे में जानने के लिए ना कि behave in such a way that oh okay no his godfather he's not easily accessible no वो कुछ अलग ही बंदा है rocket science है वगैरह वगैरह. No, it's not that. I think it's our responsibility to open doors for the newcomers, for the younger generation. Like I mentioned before, this is a sport. I have a strong mindset. I believe that nothing lasts forever. Okay, be it the success, be it the failure, whatever. So today, I am winning championship in my category, and definitely there's going to be someone else who's challenging me for the next year. This is a process that keeps going. So you have to act mature. You have to open doors for the newcomers. No doubt the competition never ends. The learning never ends. It's always a competition when we go out on the track. But off the track, it's important to create that whole platform for the newcomers. They can be able to reach out to you, ask for suggestions, and I must say we've been quite successful in doing that. Running the whole team Magnum Motorsports. We have our training programs going, and we were really happy to see close to 10 riders in the sprint championship that happened recently last month in Bangalore. We had almost 8 new entries just from our training program, which is a big thing.
Absolutely,
We showed them
absolutely.
how it's done.
15 years of your racing, you have had multiple struggles, crashes, and had gaps as well, ligament torn off, and things like that. What keeps you pushing to race even now after all these years and everything that has happened?
Like I said, it's the hunger to achieve more. Like I always say, my best is yet to come. I believe there's much more that I can do. I believe there's a lot more speed left in me. There's a lot more, speed. There's a lot more achievement that there's still left, and I feel I haven't, achieved anything at all for that matter. I
That's
try
your
to.
humility
I
speaking. You have achieved quite a lot. You have started
no,
Magnum
but
Motorsports. You have won multiple championships as well. You have raced for 15 years. raced for 15 years in India is, as a privateer, is an achievement in itself. I know you're humble,
Oh,
you're very humble, but yeah, please be proud of the fact that you have done so much, especially your Magnum Motorsports. You have given people a platform, come and learn about motorsports, dirt-related motorsports.
I would like to thank my brother, my dad, who are the pillars of these Magnum Motorsport. Both my brothers, my elder brother and my younger one, especially, who's always motivated, who always keeps me motivated in continuing all this. Because there was a time, honestly, I thought, yeah, I'll call it quits. This is it. I'm done. So I am married now. I have a kid. I have other responsibilities. There are a lot of other things that I have to look after with along with racing. As a privateer, like I mentioned, it's very hard to maintain and balance everything. A lot of sacrifices that you go through. But you know, I feel it's also my strength, to take it this way because I never back out from learning. I never back out from approaching my colleagues or even my juniors for that matter who are faster than me. You know, I really go out. I talk to them like, how are you doing this and all this. But looking at the positive side, that will also keep you on your toes. That will also make you work harder. I mean, if you want to stay on top, you have to work hard. So there's a lot of hard work that is put behind, than just the race day. I feel there's a
Exactly.
very famous racer saying, you don't actually win on a weekend. You don't actually win on a race day. You win when you work hard with what is needed to be there, to show out there, to prove yourself, to when you put everything together, that is when you actually win.
Exactly.
So
Because if you're not
I
working hard every day for the next race, the person who was behind you today will be ahead of you in the next season.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So it's all a game. And it's all about how active you are. It's all about how hard you're working towards your goal. Fitness plays a major role in this. So you have to be very
Absolutely.
fit, not
Absolutely.
just physically. When I say fitness, it's the mental fitness that matters most. Okay, so I have seen a lot of people messing up with things. A lot of people going into depression because of this sport. They're not able to reach out to a point that where they actually dream uh, a lot of things. So it's very important to have a balanced mindset, a very calm mindset.
It's, I think, just very, not just similar, it's the same as any other sport. If you want to do it professionally, you have to be strong, really, in this sport, no matter what it is. Some athletes that you, motorsport athletes that you would like to meet and train with, international and national.
There are a lot of international athletes that I look up to. Uh, of course, we are going. I'm leaving to Jaipur in 2 days for the Hero Dirt Bike Challenge finals, and I'm really excited. Really hoping to meet these Hero international team. J Rod is there. There's Ross Brandt. These guys have raw speed. These guys are too good. They're too fast. Equally controlled. They don't mess up. You hardly see these guys crash, even in a rally like Dakar. J Rod, of course, has won a stage in Dakar last year. Still, you don't get to see these guys crash. You don't see that they're messing up things so easily. I want to learn that art of uh, controlled aggression. I want to be aggressive. I want to be in control at the same time. So trust me, you get that, you master a level up. I personally feel we have a lot of aggressive guys. I see a lot of aggressive guys. They're doing so good in one stage, and next stage they go all out and they just bam crash and mess up so many things. This is not. This will not help you grow. You need to have a
I
controlled.
remember I saw this video of, there are very few videos on, and these are all personal bloggers who went out and this recorded the NRC or NRSC. I think this was back from 2020. It was a small straight stretch and very small speed breaker kind of thing. Don't know why the organizers did not remove that, and everyone was jumping over it because it was clearly visible as well. And one of the riders crashed really, really bad. And after that, it was good of like really good of the spectators from the on the part of spectators that they were pointing out to the riders that slow down here, like that. Whenever a new rider was coming, they were like, slow down, slow down, slow down. So that was really
So
good on their part. Yeah.
take you through that. That was in 2020 INR SC. That was the first round of the Sprint Championship here at Bangalore. That was also the race that I spoke about, which was one of my worst races so far.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember that. I remember that jump. It was in the full stretch of almost 700-800 meters. It was a flat stretch, fifth gear stretch, and the jump was so weird. I mean, the entry for that jump, it was too straight. It was like a wall that you hit it directly and you're going up in the air or you're nose diving at that speed. So a lot of newcomers, of course, I had made it a point even in the briefing. Okay, that can be unsafe, but okay, they overlooked that, and there were so many crashes. I still remember seeing a lot of videos. A lot of them had crashed badly. Somebody broke the collarbone, something like this. It's very scary to see such things. This is when I say right mindset. This is when the control aggression comes in play.
Yes.
As motorsport athletes, we all have good days, we all have bad days. We all have our good races, bad races. In the race, if you're talking about particular stage, we all have our favorite stage, our least favorite stage. I mean, this is how I think. This is how I tell people, okay, pick your stage in a rally. That is where you're going to make time. And if you're not liking the particular terrain, if you're not liking a particular stage, go easy with that. No point in overdoing things, no point going all out in all the stages. It'll be really stupid if you want to win every stage, do good every time, be on the gas, be on the limit every time. No, this will not help you. This will not help you stay in the game for long. Trust me, it's very easy to get hurt. And once you get hurt, the sad part of the story, the whole game, you're down for 6 months, 1 year, and you'll be easily forgotten in the sport. Forget being forgotten in the sport, but getting back from an injury, back from a major injury is a task.
Mentally
A lot
tasking
of
as
things
well.
that, yeah, there's a lot of things that goes behind. Nobody's going to come support you at that time. So that is when you have to gather yourself, come back, and the whole process can be very, very hard. I have been there. I have seen my friends go through this, and I am saying this out of experience. So it's good to be careful. It's good to have a calculative approach in rallies, because the kind of machines we have right now are very, very fast, and you can mess up things anytime in
Really
any
easily.
second.
Exactly. Really easily. So next one will be, yes, HDBC, the Hero Road Bike Challenge. You had, now you're in the finals, final 20. You went to Jaipur in 2 days. Tell us a little about your journey from this first day of when you went and what happened and how you're feeling now, what you're expecting. Go there.
Oh, it's a great feeling to be in the top 20, the top finalists now. Out of 10,000 plus registrations is what I've heard, from throughout the country. And honestly, when I was told about this, I firstly had a mind that it may be for the amateurs, and then the pros are not allowed to register or all that. And then no, I got to know anyone and everyone can register except the factory riders, you know. And that's when I registered for it. I was not 100% when I registered. I just took it very lightly. Uh, I just registered. Of course, it was again for my brother who always keeps me on my toes. That you have to do it and all these. So we registered. I honestly didn't expect that it would be such a great platform for rider like me also. I have been racing for 15 years. Trust me, when we were in the zonal camp, the boot camp, what we had for 3 days, I got to learn so many things. I feel very lucky to be there, to be among the top 95 in the zonal, and then be at the finals now, show up at the finals. Really excited to be there. Going forward, it was okay for me. Then the first round was, I think, the online registration and all. The second stage was done in Shimoga for me, the slow race format, which seems very easy, but trust me, it is not. the slow race format. One thing that again it taught all of us as riders that we have to practice something like this also. It's not just about speed always. So there were so many good professional riders who could not do good at that race, the slow race. And of course, it's easy to give out reasons. Ke, oh, this is not my cup of tea. This is something I'm not used to. I don't like to do this. I'm always about speed and all. But no, it's important as a rider when you're calling yourself a professional rider, you have to experience such things. This is a learning that I had, and yeah, I did good. I qualified, I think, second in that slow race in my region by a very minute margin. I was pushed to second. And then going into the regional round, which was at Mangalore for me, again, very exciting. The whole format was very good. It was a short format with one jump, one wall corner, a berm, and then followed by camel jumps. And the most exciting part was the stop of that event. So they had made a sort of box wherein you have to stop within that box and not overshoot that box, which was very exciting again, very calculative approach. A lot of them came out full gas and they could not stop it on time, so they overshot it, so got penalized, didn't qualify that way. So regional went good for me. I went to Bangalore, I qualified the fastest there. And then coming into the zonal was the game changing thing that I never imagined, I never expected such a big show, such a big boot camp with Gabriela, the international rider, the whole national hero team. You are Satya and all the other new guys. They're fast, and it's very rare that we find an opportunity. We get an opportunity to interact with them so freely. So we don't usually have time. Like I mentioned in racing, the race day you're always into your own things. You just say very minimal time to talk to each other. But this was something that I could share my learnings. I could learn from them. It was a very well organized event, and I was really happy to qualify for the finals as well. I'm really looking forward to the finals. Really hoping to win the event. Let's see how it goes for me.
So best of luck, definitely yes, and I hope you win this thing. I really hope you win this thing, and because it will
Thank
be a
you.
great platform. Because the final prize is really, it looks very tasty.
I know.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, they have. They say it's a 10 lakh worth sponsorship that they're going to give us. I mean, contract with Hero. That's really exciting.
And a
Let's see
bike
how it goes.
and training
And
session at
bike
Big Rock
ride
Dirt
also.
Park.
Yeah.
Amazing situation. So I've uh, I have discussed this with you a couple of times about what I want to do with Knobbeshwar, why I created this platform, why I thought of this platform. What's your take on it, and how do you think we can, like, your ideas on how do you think we can do it even better? I have some plans for the future. This is just a start. Interviews and showing the riders to the world. How do you think we can grow even more?
Honestly, I'll be very honest with you. A huge, huge congratulations to you. I am really happy that you've come up with something like this. Not many have the courage, not many have the time, not many are willing to take out time out of their busy schedule to do something like this, to get the sport recognized for the sport. Trust me, you're doing a fabulous job. I really would like to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. And I would also like to take this platform and reach out to people, give a message that anything they need, anything a newcomer, a aspiring rider, a racer needs, that we are here. I from Bangalore Motorsport assure people that I'll always be here if they need whatever they need. The racing, general riding, any information, just reach out to me. I might be a little late in responding because we all have our things going, the events, the busy schedule. But I promise that I will help them in whatever way I can. So you're doing a great job. I would like to take your help. Also tell you that please continue doing this. Don't just stop after a while. You might feel again there's no adequate support or joining of hands with you for this. कोई ना कोई उठ के बोलेगा कि ये अपने फायदे के लिए कर रहा है, ये उसके लिए कर रहा है, ये वो नेगेटिव्स आएंगे, बहुत सारे आएंगे, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे मिलेंगे आपको.
Thank you so much,
And
especially with
we
your
are
support.
really looking forward to have more of these sessions, more of sharing knowledge, whatever you call it. Know your bike, know the racing, whatever you want to do it. I'm always here. I'll be more than happy to get back and then do it again and again.
Absolutely. I'll need your support. I'll need support from all the professional racers or dirt riders who have been riding on dirt just for the fun of it for the last 15 years or 20 years. I have people in my club who have been riding on dirt for the last 12 years, 15 years, and they started riding on dirt just for the fun of it, and they are still doing just for the fun of it. It's not like they want to race ever. They don't want to race. They just want the fun of riding on dirt.
Completely agree with you. I completely agree. And let me tell you, if we are able to continue doing what we're doing with the same intensity, with the same interests, uh, we'll definitely change things for good. Okay.
It will take
Be
time.
it getting the coverage, bragging about blaming the whole media thing. There's no coverage and all these things. Definitely, we can make it better and better.
We all have to come together and start working on it. That's why
It's
my
very
first.
important to join hands. It's very important to join hands, work towards it together. I mean, it's not a one man's game. It's not, we all have to come forward. Like I said, they're doing a great job. Anything, anytime you need from our side, we are always here.
Absolutely. So
This is something that we've been wanting to do. Change the whole game basically.